Hi, I'm Sophie.
And I'm Connor.
And?
Welcome to her world.
So Connor, guess what we're going to make today?
I don't know.
We're going to make some weapons. Do you like weapons?
Well, think about it. Every boy my age, what do they do? What do they spend their time doing besides playing video games?
Wrestling and fighting and jumping on top of each other?
Yeah.
So you like weapons, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
In a way, I could say that.
All right, good enough. So guess what we're going to make today as our weapon?
I'm thinking early, like a sword or something.
I was thinking more of nunchucks.
Oh, the traditional.
But see, here's the thing. As much as boys like jumping on top of each other and wrestling and stuff, sometimes moms get a little nervous about things like that. So the nunchucks that we are going to be making today are actually going to be safe. So you know what we're going to be using for our nunchucks to make them safe?
Maybe like bubble wrap?
That's a great idea. Bubble wrap would be a very good thing. We want something, though, that's going to keep its shape.
Oh, okay.
Bubble wrap might give in on itself, collapse and stuff like that. We're going to actually use insulation tubing. And you can get this at your local hardware store. It comes in 4-foot lengths, which means you can get a lot of nunchucks out of it.
Okay, that's
Now, do you know the standard way to measure for a nunchuck? There actually is a way.
There is a way?
Uh-huh.
Maybe 3 inches, 4 inches.
See, that's what I always thought. Oh, you just measure inches. No. It's actually the distance between here and here.
Oh.
So we're going to measure that on you. It's from that little bone right there to your elbow.
So that's about there.
Right, perfect.
Okay.
So let's hold that. We're going to take a pair of scissors, and we're
you
just...
have your mom do that, or your dad?
Well, you could, but I think you could handle a pair of scissors like this, don't you?
I think so.
I think so, too. In fact, I'm going to let you cut this piece right there for me. This insulation foam is really, really inexpensive. And like I said, you're going to be able to get probably about 8 pairs of nunchucks out of one insulation tube. All right, perfect. So now,
Okie dokie.
you ready for the next step?
Yep.
We need a pipe cleaner. And we're going to cut this pipe cleaner in half too. Just like that. Everything's getting halved today. Okay, if you look at your insulation tubing, you see what there's like a little line right down the center of that? You're going to see there's a tiny little line right down the center. That's where you would open this up to put this around a pipe. But we're not going to use it that way. So we're actually going to make sure that instead of going with our pipe cleaner through this part, we're going to go opposite and go through this way.
So it doesn't fall apart?
Exactly. So Connor, what I want to do is like measure down about 1 inch, and I want you to poke your pipe cleaner through from one side to the other side. Can you do that?
Sure.
And don't worry if it ends up coming up a little higher on one side or lower on the other side. It doesn't really matter. There you go. Good job. And now what you're going to do is loop it up and just twist that together.
Oh,
Can you do that for me?
Yeah, I see. That's very cool. Oops.
So the next thing we're going to need is we're actually going to need some yarn or string or rope. You want it to be lightweight though. How's that going? And put that around and twist that. And again, Connor, guess what we're going to use for this measurement for our string?
Your hand?
Exactly, that same letter. Now we're going to add a little teeny bit extra because we're going to need to tie it off. So I'm going to give it another maybe 6-8 inches just because it's going to make it easier.
A little bit.
Not too bad, huh? Okay, so now what we're going to do.
So should I bend this over like this?
Yeah, bend that on over. That's good, just for safety. So now what we're going to do is we're going to feed this through the loop, right? So now I'm just going to double knot this. I'm going to tie it once, tie it twice, and just to make sure we've got it nice and secure, tie it 3 times. Okay? Now we're going to take that and tie it to the other end.
Now it's starting to look like nunchucks.
It definitely is. It's taking on the nunchuck look.
Nunchuck.
Either that or we could use it as a telephone. Hello, hello.
Wait, don't you need a... This would need to be connected. Oh, well, yeah, I guess you could.
Isn't that what you use with 2 cups?
You use
right?
2
Bring
cups,
2 cups
but then
in a
you
string?
use more of a... Yeah, but there's no... Yeah.
How's that?
And 3 for safety.
Yeah, 1 more for safety. Now we're going to gussy it up and make it actually very, very pretty. So we're going to use a little bit of flame duct tape. I'm just going to rip off a piece that's about 6 inches long. And Connor, this is to make sure that our pipe cleaners don't pull through when we're playing with it. So I'm going to ask you to just take that and wrap it around, and I'm going to cut you another piece. That's going to make sure that it stays in line, tight in space. It's not going to pull out. How's that?
This looks great.
Okay, here's your other one.
Okay.
And he's going to wrap that around. And then we are going to have our very official pair of safety nunchucks. What do you think? Give it a twirl.
Let's see.
Whoa, there you go. Whoa! Oh, I'm so terrified. I give up. Ooh, he's good at this. For more fascinating weaponry, come to Sophie-World.
World.com.
Ooh.